Hello everyone and welcome to this yin yoga routine where we're going to focus on the neck, shoulders and upper back. We'll start this routine from a seated position. You can always sit on a cushion or a yoga block if you have one to make things a little bit more comfortable. Otherwise, just find your favorite way to sit. And when you're there, you might just close your eyes or relax your gaze. Just giving ourselves a moment here to settle into our practice. Find your center. Lengthen your spine. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. Loosen up your jaw. Relax your facial muscles. Feel your seat bones pressing down into whatever you're sitting on. And at the same time, feel the crown of your head expanding towards the sky. Breathe in. Feel yourself breathing in. And breathing out. Feel yourself breathing out. And you might start to bring some awareness to your shoulders, your neck, your upper back. And if you notice any pockets of tension within those areas, just take the time now to release it. Using your breath, each inhale loosening up that tension, and each exhale carrying it out of your body. And we'll just stay here for a few more breaths. And before we move on, find your center again. Breathe in and out from it. Relax through your jaw if you need to. Relax your shoulders, relax your upper back, and release your neck muscles. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, you can slowly start to open the eyes again. And staying in the seated position, we'll do a little bit of work through our neck and shoulders. So starting off nice and simply, let's just look over our left shoulder. Taking a big breath in and out. And now looking over the right shoulder. Big breath in and out. Bring yourself back to center and look up. And then back to center again, this time looking down. Coming back to center, this time we'll just drop the left ear over the left shoulder So we start to feel this opening through the right side of the neck. Your breath in loosens tension. Your breath out carries it away. Maybe you can feel the muscles in the left side of your neck growing longer as we take one more breath in. Exhale to come back to center and drop your right ear over your right shoulder. And let's come back to center slowly. From here, you can interlock your hands in behind your back and then bring both hands over towards the left side of your body, maybe somewhere beside this left rib cage. Now our left elbow is pointed away from us, so we're going to very mindfully bring that elbow in, so it might be pointing back behind us instead. And you'll notice the more you can bring that elbow back, the more of an opening you'll feel through your shoulders. So just breathe into whatever you're feeling, taking about 3 or 4 breaths here. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can once again tilt your right ear over your right shoulder. And when you're ready to do so, we'll transition to the other side, bringing the hands over beside the right side of the body. Right elbow comes back as much as is mindfully possible. And then your left ear comes over your left shoulder, maybe. Now you can slowly release, coming back. From here we'll come into puppy pose, really nice pose to open up the front of the shoulders and the chest. Also going to get a nice deep stretch into the upper back. So you can come onto your knees. If your knees are sensitive, fold your mat over itself so you have more padding. We want to keep our hips relatively over the knees here as we slide the hands towards the front of the mat, and then just the chest and forehead come down to the mat. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes, so feel free to modify and adjust this pose to make it work for you. If this feels too intense, you can have a cushion in underneath your chest. You can rest your head onto a yoga block or a cushion. And if you feel any numbness or tingling, or if your shoulders feel very tight, you can take a bend into your elbows and bring your hands back closer to you. Connect to your breath. And as always, the inhale is finding that tension within your upper body. And the exhale is carrying it away from you. Keeping your awareness with your breath and with your body, and maybe continuing to scan through your face and your jaw, your neck and your shoulders. making sure you're not clenching anything. Taking just a few more breaths here if you can. One more full breath cycle here. When you're ready, you can start to slowly reverse, eventually making your way to all fours. So we have the wrists directly below the shoulders and the knees directly below the hips. You can spread your fingers wide apart, and we'll release that pose with a few rounds of cat and cow. So inhale to point your tailbone up, drop your belly, bring your chest forward and look up. Exhale, point your tailbone down, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest and drop your head. You might even pause here in cat pose, pushing yourself gently away from the floor so you can really deepen that stretch around your shoulders and upper back. And if you feel called to do so, inhale again and travel back up to cow. Exhaling, rounding back down for cat. You can come back into a neutral spine when you're ready. And from here, we'll make our way down to lie on the front of our bodies. Coming into our next pose, which is called broken wing. So you can start by reaching your right arm out to the right beside you. Then the left hand can come over towards the left side of the mat. We'll keep our right ear on the mat, and then we're slowly going to roll over towards the right side of the body. So you can choose how much intensity you're going to put into this right shoulder. Of course, being really mindful and only going as far as feels good for you. Your left foot might come back behind you and your left toes might find the floor over towards the right side of the mat. And you can take your time here, find what works for you. And once you feel that comfortable amount of stress on your right shoulder, start to settle down, find your breath. Find whatever part of your body is asking for breath the loudest and send it in there. We'll stay here for 1 minute. Take one more big breath in and out. And now you can slowly start to roll back onto the front of your body. And when you're there, we'll switch to the opposite side. So your left arm comes out to the left, palm is facing down. Right fingertips are on the floor, left ear comes to the mat, and then start to roll over onto your left hip. And this time your right foot might come behind you. Now finding the appropriate amount of stress in your left shoulder. We'll stay here with the breath, with the body for the next minute. Take one more breath in and out. And now you can slowly come back to center. And once you get there, you can come to rest in crocodile pose, making a pillow with your hands, resting your forehead or a cheek onto your pillow. Then bring your big toes to touch each other and let your heels drop out towards the edges of your mat. And this is an opportunity for the entire back body to release tension. So really allow your shoulder blades to spill across your body. Relax your neck. We'll be here for 1 minute. And starting to bring yourself back now, we'll prepare for our next pose, which is called pretzel arms or bow tie. Sometimes it's referred to as crisscross. So you can start by bringing your left hand over to the right side of your mat, and then your right arm comes in underneath. So now your right hand is over at the left side of your mat. And try to walk your hands as far away from each other as is comfortably possible. And once they won't go any further, you might hook your chin over your top arm, which is your left arm this time, or you can rest your forehead onto a yoga block or a cushion. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes in total, allowing the back of your body, your legs and your glutes to relax. This pose is completely focused on the upper body. And you can experiment a little bit with the intensity of this stretch by maybe leaning your weight towards the left or right and figuring out where feels good for you to stay. Stay with your breath, with your body. Allow gravity and your breath to do all of the work here, releasing tension. It's time for us now to slowly undo the pose. So take your time bringing the hands back to their normal sides. And then when you're ready, we'll prepare for the other side. So first your right hand comes over to the left, then your left hand over to the right. So this time the right arm is on top. Again, walking the hands as far away from each other as you can, and then gently hooking your chin over the top arm or just resting your head down. Staying here for 2 minutes. You can prepare now to slowly come back out of the pose, finding a resting position in crocodile pose again. And just staying here for a minute, allowing your body to absorb all of the benefits of the poses that you've practiced. Mindfully scanning through your upper body, making sure there's no tension left. Preparing to bring yourself back now, we'll start to make our way into a seat on the mat. Once you're there, just sitting in whatever way is most comfortable for you. Ending this practice as we started with just a few quiet moments with the eyes closed or relaxed, spine lengthened, shoulders soft, jaw is loose, and your facial muscles are relaxing. Feel yourself growing up and down at the same time. And bring your awareness to your center. Breathe in and out from it as you scan through your neck, your shoulders, and your upper back, making sure everything is soft. We'll take 3 more breaths like this. And when you're ready, you can start to open up your eyes again. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope you found it beneficial. If you did, please leave this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. It really supports me in making this content. This was a shorter yin yoga routine. I have lots of long yin yoga practices, especially in this playlist, which is a series of 9 full-length yoga classes. They're completely free here on my channel, so make sure to check those out if you are interested. And then inside my YouTube membership, there's even more full-length classes, along with lots of other bonus content as well. So if you would like to go that bit deeper into your yoga practice, while also supporting me here on YouTube, you should definitely consider joining my membership. So I'll see you again soon on the mat. Until I do, take good care of yourself and goodbye. Some of you guys know my cat Oliver, and he's been outside the yoga studio while I was recording these classes. So I just want to show you guys, he's so cute.